some red, so some shocks heading my way. Hello and welcome, Dirty William here, back with another episode of Magic the Gathering Arena. So last time I unlocked Saproling Swarm, so let's take a look at this real quick and see what we got in here. Let's see. We got Fungal Infection. 1-drop instant. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Create a 1/1 green Saproling creature token. So I can kill off maybe a 2/1 that they might drop on turn 1 or something similar and get a dude. Costly Plunder. Instant. 2 mana. At an additional cost, sacrifice an artifact or creature. Draw 2 cards. Instant speed. Not bad. Doomed to Center. Whenever it dies, you get a 2/2 black zombie. Vicious Offering. Kicker, sacrifice a creature. Target creature gets -2/-2 end of turn. If it was kicked, you get -5/-5 till end of turn. Saproling Migration. Kicker 4. Create 2 1/1 green Saproling creature tokens. If the spell is kicked, create 4 of those tokens instead. So 2 mana for 2 1/1s. It's not horrible at all. Death Bloom Thallid. Whenever it dies, create a 1/1 green Saproling creature token. Yavimaya Shepherd, or Sapherd, sorry. 2/2 for 3 creature fungus. When Yavimaya Sapherd enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 green sapling creature token. So there you go. Slimefoot the Stowaway, legendary creature fungus, 2/3, 3 mana. Whenever a Saproling you control dies, Slimefoot the Stowaway deals 1 damage to each opponent and you gain 1 life. So that's good for like a multiplayer thing. 4. Create a 1/1 green sapling creature token, so it keeps knocking stuff out. Rite of Belzenok. Now, I have not seen very many of these things. These are the sagas. I completely missed that stuff, like in the Dominaria block, because I just wasn't playing at the time. So this should be interesting. I don't know even how you do these things. Create 2/0/1 black cleric creature tokens. You do that twice, then it unlocks, I guess, the third thing. Create a 6/6 black demon creature token with flying and trample at the beginning of your upkeep. Sacrifice another creature. If you can't, this creature deals 6 damage to you. So kind of hefty. Possibly taking, if you don't have any more creatures, you're going to be dead soon. Thallid Omnivore. 4 mana for 3/3. 1. Sacrifice another creature. Thallid Omnivore gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it was Saproling, it was sacrificed this way, gain 2 life. Twilight Prophet, 4 mana for 2/4. Flying and Ascend, Vampire Cleric. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have the City's Blessing, okay, reveal the top card of your library and put it in your hand. Each opponent loses X life, you gain X life, where X is that card's converted mana cost. Whisper Blood Liturgist, 4 mana for a 2/2. Tap, sacrifice 2 creatures, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So, kind of like a doomed necromancer type of thing. Path of Discovery, 4 mana for an enchantment. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it explores. Explore is reveal the top card of your library, put that card in your hand if it's a land. Otherwise, you put a 1/1 counter on this creature, and then put the card back, or put it in your graveyard. Okay. Spore Swarm, generate 3 1/1 green Saproling creature tokens, 4 mana instant. So, kind of a hefty cost for instants, but you can do that at the end of your turn and attack with them the next turn, or use them for blockers. 2/3 for 4, Reach and Death Touch. Whenever another creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Wow, when another creature dies, so you could actually start sacrificing your guys. I guess that's the idea of this, is to kind of bleed people to death too. 5 mana for a 2/2 Ascend. At the beginning of each upkeep, create a 1/1 green Sapling creature token. Saplings you control get +2/+2 as long as you have City's Blessing. If you control 10 or more permanents, you get City's Blessing for the rest of the game. So I have to have 10 or more permanents. Torgar Famine Incarnate. Wow. 8 mana for a 7/6. An additional cost to cast this spell. You may sacrifice any number of creatures. This spell costs 2 less to cast. For each creature sacrificed this way, when Torgar Famine Incarnate, that's just funny, enters the battlefield, up to 1 target player's life total becomes half their starting life total, rounded down. Verdant Force, 8 mana for a 7/7. At the beginning of each upkeep, create a 1/1 green Saproling creature token. So keep pumping them out. And then I got 1 Woodland Cemetery. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a swamp or a forest, so it's one of the buddy lands. Foul Orchard enters the battlefield tapped. Okay, so that sounds good. So, yeah, I think we're done with that. I'm not sure. Are there any cards in here that I would really need to get rid of? Instant target creature control gets +1/+1. I could add those. I could add these Diregraph Ghouls. 1 mana for 2 is enter battlefield tapped. I mean, that's not a big deal, right? So what could I take out for that? That's some card drawing. That's extra guys. I guess what I'll probably do is just play it as is and go from there. Got a bunch of zombie stuff too, looks like, that I could possibly make some kind of deck out of. Murder is also really, really nice. The higher casting cost stuff in this deck, though, I'm not too sure about. But I'm going to play it as is. Looks like we're playing against Cody Burrows. He looks a lot like me. Swamp Forest, Fungal Infection, Deathbloom Thallid on turn 3, Thallid Omnivore turn 4. I have something to get rid of. I'm thinking I'm going to mulligan. Alright, 3. That's a 4 cost. That's 4 cost. That's 3 cost. We'll keep. Let's keep that on the top. That's a good one. Let's throw down our Woodland Cemetery, maybe. There we go. See what we're playing against. Some red, so some shocks heading my way. We'll throw that down and do what? Doom Dissenter? Sounds good. So it replaces itself, so that's kind of nice. Okay. Let's see. So let's play a swamp. Swamp, please. There we go. Let's play a Yavimaya Shepherd. And we'll say no attack, because I'm going to use that Doom Dissenter to block if at all possible, unless it gets destroyed. If it does get a 2-2, I'm still able to use it to block. So, yeah. Now I got Foul Orchard this turn. I had to throw down that forest, though. Okay. Good enough. Gonna attack. Guess not. Okay, let's see. Let's throw down our Foul Orchard. Unfortunately, that comes into play tapped. I have this. Sacrifice creature. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. It was kicked. That creature gets -5/-5. So that's instant speed. So we'll just go to next. Next. We're going to attack with that guy. Go to next. Poke him for 1 in the turn. This might be that red deck that you just start playing with. Yeah, it looks like it probably is. Resolve. Pass. So he knows I've got an instant or something because the thing just popped up. So what's the play here? He attacks with the Kargan Dragon Rider. I have Vicious Offering. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. That kills off his Kargan Dragon Rider, and then I block with my Saproling, I guess. And then I have 4 mana next turn where I can play the 2/4 flyer, or I can play the 2/3 with Reach and Death Touch. He's kind of going into the tank here. I wonder if it I guess it automatically uses up your timeout. Excuse me. But it still gives you some extra time, I guess. He's got like 5 cards in hand. I just wonder if it is that red deck that you start playing with, because if it is, I can see where it would be kind of a pain in the neck. Thing is, I don't have a lot of dudes that I can throw down, at least not right now. I mean, if he attacks, apparently he's not doing anything. Okay, so do we go ahead and use our Vicious Offering to, at the end of turn, that one to that, get rid of it. Costly Plunder. Initial cost to cast this spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature and draw 2 cards. So, yeah. Let us go to next. Next. Attack with that guy. And my reasoning for this is if he blocks with his Pyromatic Pilgrim, I'm still getting 1 through. If he blocks, then I get a 2/2 and he has no guys, right? Makes sense. Well, is Costly Plunger, is that an instant? Yeah. So if I see one of my guys is going to die from a shock or something similar, I can have the mana available to play that, at least for right now. But I'm thinking next turn. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I won't get the City's Blessing thing. I think I'll put the Poison Tip Archer out there as a deterrent. Rattlesnake. Yeah, he just conceded. Okay, well, okay, so that was a fairly quick game. I guess he just couldn't draw any gas or anything like that. I won my second victory, so I got some monies. I only cast 3 out of 40 spells, which is kind of redonk. But if I cast 3 more, then I get 750 monies, so that's cool. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Next time, I'm going to keep rolling with this Saproling deck and just see how it goes. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. Until next time, this is Dirty William doing the dirty work.